On December 8, 2024, the hidden water supply line burst. It was discovered around 2100 hours and based on the amount of water on the floor had likely been active for at least an hour. It could have been so much worse.
Up on the roof, grabbing my squeegee that I use up here quite often because we had another water line burst right at the high school gym. It's a poly B line that transitions to CPVC. It's a 1-inch main line and it's flooded our gym floor.
Buckle up your seat as I give you a day in the life of facilities maintenance.
Poly B on the bottom, CPVC on the top. I can't think of a better combination.
You know, there's few things more encouraging when we have a disaster like this than to see people coming from the community from all directions. We have staff here, we have parents here, we have students here, we have board members here. People coming from everywhere to help out where they can.
Good morning. So we got everything cleaned up last night. I found some places that could potentially have the part, and I made some calls this morning and I tracked one down not too far away from the school. So I'm heading there now to pick that up. And we should be back up and running within the next hour and a half if all goes well. Which is a good thing because we're hosting a basketball tournament today. So at this point, it's kind of on me to get things up and running. No pressure. Well, even though they told me they had it in stock, the first place that I went to was a bust. I very clearly described to them on the phone that I needed a 1-inch slip coupling, and they had a regular coupling, and that's not going to do it for me. Well, that was interesting. The second place I went to didn't have what I need either. So I'm getting a little bit creative, and this will only then be a temporary repair. You see, because I'm transitioning from poly B to CPVC 1-inch, you technically need a coupling that is specifically designed for poly B. And nobody has one. That's going to be a special order item. And so what I am having to do, I'll use a coupling, just a regular 1-inch shark bite coupling to transition from the poly B to a short section of 1-inch PEX, and then a coupling to go from the PEX to the CPVC. I'm going to have to special order a coupling to go from PEX to poly B. But at this point, everybody will be happy if I can just get things up and running again, and we can turn the water back on. This was a weekend with nothing special going on, there'd be no panic at all. But because we're hosting a basketball tournament, the pressure is on. But we live for pressure in this job. All right, I'll see you in a few minutes when we're back at the school, and I'm attempting to put things back together.
This poly B is too soft to cut with tubing cutters that'll make short work on PEX. It just wants to squish.
So I've got my transition piece in here. I cut this back as far as I thought that I would be able to flex this and open it up to get it into here. But what I'm going to do, just to give myself, I think it'll give me a little more wiggle room, is if I just pull out these screws here to release this this little clamp, and I should be able to move the pipe a little bit more. Okay, that worked. We are back together, at least temporarily. I do need to change this fitting because this is technically not for poly B. Frank's going to turn the water back on and we will know whether or not it's holding. Okay, we are up and running. You can hear water flowing through the lines, not leaking a drop, other than at some point in the future changing this out for one that is intended for poly B. We're done.
And when I say done, I mean we've stopped the water leak and we don't have to worry about that for the time being. But we still have the massive task of trying to dry out this water that's underneath the floor before it does any more damage than it's already done. But that's a story for another time, so please like this video, consider subscribing to the channel, and come back and see us again so I can show you what we did. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.